Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Today, for our fifth review for Halloween month 2021, we're reviewing the Flashpoint free-issue miniseries, Frankenstein, The Creatures of the Unknown, by Jeff Lemire and Ibraim Roberson. Which this came out in 2011 and was rated T for teen, and it was a tie-in to the Flashpoint miniseries. Sorry, not miniseries. Crossover event where people don't know what Flashpoint was, it was basically the precursor to the DC reboot called New 52. Which, what started that was basically the event, the story for the premise was for the event, somebody traveled back in time to save Barry Allen's mother. Gee, I wonder who could have done that. And it basically changed history forever and made it so like certain superheroes never came into existence, or they were like different people. Like with Batman, Bruce Wayne never became Batman. He died in Crime Alley, and his father became Batman, Thomas Wayne, and his mother became the Joker. You had Superman, never was raised by the Kents and was basically kept as like live test subject for the U.S. American government, and you also had Aquaman and Wonder Woman's people went at war with each other, right? Yeah. So, which is funny because it's like you had shit that happened before, like, history was so messed up by whoever going back in time to save Barry Allen's mother that even stuff that happened before that got changed. It caused, like, ripples through time, like paradoxes throughout time, or some excuse they use at the time, right? Which I still love Flashpoint. I think it's a great comic book series. So yeah, this is just a mini series. So you got issue 1, great cover. Issue 2, which they introduced a different artist, Alex Massacci. And you got issue 3 here, where you got Keith Champagne. So the first, I'll show you the first issue. So yeah, so the story of this is basically you have this a guy named Shreve. All right, you're gonna notice a lot of Green Lantern stuff because the movie just came out. So there's a lot of Green Lantern ads. So the Shreve guy, fighting in World War II, encounters Frankenstein in the snow, and because of that, the U.S. government already had this project called Project M, where they turn people into monsters and formed this unit called the Creature Commandos, led by Shreve, who's like a kind of like a Rick Flag kind of character, to go on missions and in World War II and beat the Germans, right? And the other members of the team are Griffith, who is the werewolf, who looks more like a dog there. And you have Velcoro, who's like the vampire. And you have Nina Massacci, who is the daughter of the professor, right? And you also have Frankenstein, who's armed with a pistol and the sword of Saint Michael, right? So the story in this comic book series, you have like a Nazi superhero hero that like Frankenstein one-shots, and he actually kills Hitler in this book here. Yeah, they went. So basically, this comic book also comes with a preview for Super 8 comic book series, which I didn't read. And they also introduced like G.I. Jake, which I don't know if he was a character in DC Comics. So like what happened after they win the war, the Creature creature commandos get shut down, and they use GI Robot Jake here, which Jake stands for Joint Action Killing Engine, to subdue Frankenstein and the others, right? Who were all told, by the way, that once they won the war, they would be turned back into human, right? Griffith, Nina, and the other characters, right? So what happens is during Flash and Batman's breakout of Superman, that causes the monsters to wake up, and then they escape, right? And in the second issue, you have like General Lane of Metropolis, right? General Lane being the father of Lois Lane, if I remember correctly, sends the granddaughter of Shreve, who must be 40, by the way, but she's supposed to be a young, beautiful woman, after the monsters to kill them, and the monsters are trying to find the professor, who they think is still alive, or at least his lab notes, right? So they can turn everybody back into humans, right? Velcro and Griffith, right? But they get attacked by this chick, and they get saved by Frankenstein's wife, Lady Frankenstein. Just gonna... Oy vey. Whatever, she's on the cover. She's on the cover of the third one. So in the third one, basically, they send a new Jake after them, and they team up with Lady Frankenstein. They go to Romania. Here's the interior art. It turns out that the one dude was still alive, right? And I don't want to spoil too much, right? Basically, at the end of this book, they beat the robot, and everybody escapes. Some people die, right? And Frankenstein joins SHADE, which is a superhuman government agency, which is run by Steve Trevor, which is Wonder Woman's boyfriend, who is still alive, by the way, right? In the future, right? So, and I also have the Frankenstein Agent of SHADE first volume, so we're going to review that for Halloween month. Overall, I liked this mini-series, and I think I only paid like 10 or 15 bucks for them, right? And I really enjoyed the action. The writing wasn't too bad. Was actually pretty good. The dialogue was okay. Though Frankenstein's a bit of a two-dimensional character. He's like he's basically this. He's a monster who hunts other monsters, right? He hunts evil. Kind of like that Aaron Eckhart Frankenstein movie. If you've ever seen that Aaron Eckhart Frankenstein film, what was it called? I, Frankenstein. It was okay. It was basically what vampires were at war with gargoyles or some shit like that, and Frankenstein joins one. I think it was the gargoyles. I can't remember. Right? It had this underworld kind of look to the movie, and you even had Bill Nighy from the first Underworld film was in there, which I actually found out the other day. I have a copy of Underworld. I totally forgot I did. I just found it randomly while looking for superhero movies to review for the channel. So yeah, I don't know. Overall, I like this series. I like the action, and I thought the characters were cool, and I definitely wouldn't mind picking up more, comics of the Creatures of the Unknown, which I did see some volumes at my local comic book shop, but I never got a chance to pick them up. Yeah, but I did pick up the sequel series, Frankenstein Agent of SHADE, which I will be reviewing, like I said, sometime this month. Right? So overall, I would give this mini-series, I would say like a 7 out of 10. And if you can get it for cheap, I would recommend it. So my next review for Halloween month is going to be the Victor Gischler book, X-Men Curse of the Mutants, which has a cameo by Blade. So we're going to enjoy that. And I really enjoyed this book back in the day. For people who don't like X-Men because of all the SJW leftist propaganda stuff in there, none of it is in here. In fact, it's basically, instead of X-Men being in a race war with humans, it's X-Men in a race war with vampires. So it's like a bit different. So we can actually root for the X-Men this time. And it's written by Victor Gischler, who worked on Deadpool. So there's some lighthearted comedy here and there, which I really enjoy. I miss Victor Gischler, man. Victor Gischler. Is he still writing comic books, man? I need to know, right? Which we're also going to review another Victor Gischler book, Punisher, Welcome to the Bio, where the Punisher saves a young woman from cannibal rednecks. So look forward to that review. Alright, guys. Peace.